And we have a lot of surprises.
Yeah, guys. And it's going to be awesome.
Amazing.
Beautiful. And fancy.
And we want you to subscribe, like, and share so you'll never miss any of our videos.
Yeah, and then you're going to see so much things when we go there.
Alright guys, so New York City, here we come. Super excited, and we are gonna go and have a great time, have a wonderful time, and come back. We need it, right? We need it. Everybody needs self-care, and it's gonna be one hell of a time. I think I mentioned we are doing a road trip right now. Yes, road trip to New York City. That is the Mr. G on the wheel.
Morning, everybody.
Good morning. We
Tired, but we're making it.
Yes, we have been traveling since 1 a.m. We are about to get some gas over here. We are getting gas here so we can continue. Right now, our GPS said we got about 2 hours and 38 minutes. Girls are happily sleeping there. They got their blankies. That's Brooklyn right there. Everybody's sleeping. Yeah, because it's only right now it's like 6 o'clock. So we're just gonna get some gas, keep moving. Really, the only thing that I'm gonna say is gas prices are expensive. Like it's like over here, it's like $4.59. That's expensive. If you are road tripping, if you're going on a road trip, you got to put that into consideration about the gas and how much gas is going for right now. We all know getting your nails done has, the price has gone up, gas has gone up. So do you rather fly or you rather drive? Tell us in the comment. Would you rather drive or would you rather fly? Sometimes road trips are great. I enjoy road trips too. But like right now, it's like we are so tired. Do you want to tell us about the gas prices and how you felt about getting gas with all these expensive prices?
Yeah, I mean the prices almost across the country is like right now it's right here is $4.59 and that
$4.59 a gallon.
$4.59 a gallon here in Maryland. A little higher here than Virginia, but still Virginia's running around 4 and some change still. But you just just deal with the punches and keep it moving, and it allows us to get down to New York so we can at least have our vehicle to get around. So I'm excited to get down there and try out some New York scene.
So would you rather fly right now or drive?
Right now, like I said, I rather drive right now versus flying, so I can have a vehicle when I get down there, so we can get around a little bit.
Kind of a little bit drizzling right now. We are on the 95 North, I-95 North, going to New York City. It's drizzling. The weather, it's kind of muggy, but hey, you know what? That's what road trips do, right? Not perfect, but we are excited. Now, for all of you who don't know, I grew up all my life. I grew up in New York City, so I'm excited whenever we are going to New York City. I get so excited because it's like pretty much going back home, right? And so I get excited. So we are excited to be going to New York. We're gonna share with you guys a lot, so stay tuned. Where the place we're gonna go, we are planning on going to Ground Zero. So because the girls were asking me a lot of questions about 9/11, so we want to go see Ground Zero and see. We haven't been there ever since the newer towers were built. So we want to go and see exactly what's happening there. So we are excited. I can't wait to share, a lot more with y'all. Go ahead and share, subscribe, and like, comment if you enjoy watching our videos. So I'm in the driver's seat right now, as you can tell. Road tripping to New York City. Right now we are in New York City. I'm excited. So now we are at the Holland Tunnel, and it says Holland Tunnel is usually closed by midnight. Can you believe that? All right. It's not midnight, it's early morning.
I slept through the whole night and voila, we're in New York City. And right now we're gonna go through the Holland Tunnel and we have a lot of activities today. So keep on watching. So when you're going on a road trip, these are some essentials you'll need to bring with you. A water bottle for when you get thirsty. Bring a full pack. And your camera to take pictures. Some food if you're gonna get hungry. Some pillows and money, of course. And I hope you don't forget that because then you can't do anything where you go. And then you'll bring a mask just in case. And probably that's it. Oh, and of course your suitcases.
And popcorn. And cotton candy.
Alrighty, so we are here. This is the Holland Tunnel, and there's a little bit of traffic here because, of course, it's almost 9 o'clock, and there is traffic. But you know what? That's expected. That's New York City. New York City, you expect traffic, and you expect that nothing less, right? But we are just excited to be here. There's a lot of construction going on, as always, you know. Growing up here, it was construction. I mean, my apartment in Manhattan always had a canopy in front of it. Like, there's construction going on at all times, like every single year. So this is where we are. We're just waiting for the traffic light, and we're going to move on. Right now, we're going to be driving to St. Paul's Church. St. Paul's Church. I'm sure a lot of people know about St. Paul's Church. That's where we are going to be meeting our tour guide, who will be taking us to Ground Zero to go see the new towers, and you know, for the girls to learn a little bit about what happened during at 9/11. So this is the Holland Tunnel. Alright, so we are in New York City, girls. We just put our parking, we just parked our car, and we are gonna go to Ground Zero.
Yeah.
We're meeting our tour guide at St. Paul's Church. And so we are gonna be meeting our tour guide, and we're gonna have a great time. So yeah, let's go girls. Now you can tell this is New York City. It's so crazy busy. This is Barclays and Broadway.
Perspective on what happened on the very ground you're standing on, all the way down the street towards the World Trade Center site, on what happened the day of, and days, weeks, months, and years after 9/11. And my second job is to be a storyteller. I'm going to be sharing a lot of personal stories with you all today. These are all stories I have first-hand accounts from. I'm not making anything up, not that you would anticipate that, but there are thousands of, quote, interesting stories I could choose from, zooming over the ground, lower than any aircraft I had ever seen. And that's when I realized something was up. September 11th, 2001, one of the worst days in American history, the worst day in New York City history. At 8:46 a.m. Eastern Time, American Airlines Flight 11 strikes the North Tower between floors 93 and 99. Many people thought it was a small passenger plane. It was not. It was a jet. 9:03 a.m. Eastern. United Flight 175 strikes the South Tower between floors 75 and 85 with the whole world watching on television. 9:37 a.m. Eastern. The Pentagon, a government building in Washington, D.C., is struck by American Airlines Flight 77. 9:59 a.m. Eastern. The South Tower, the second tower struck, is the first to collapse straight down. 10:03 a.m. Eastern. United Flight 93 has crashed into an empty field in Shanksville, Pennsylvania. It is said the passengers realized what was happening. They overtook the hijackers and forced them to crash the plane early. That plane was destined for either the Capitol or the White House. And then at 10:28 a.m. Eastern Time, the North Tower, the first tower struck, is the second to collapse straight down, thus ending, at least in the immediacy, the carnage of 9/11. 2,977 victims died on 9/11. So let's dive in. First, a quick vocabulary lesson. When I say World Trade Center, that's not just the Twin Towers. The Twin Towers were just two buildings, a part of the 16-acre, 7-building World Trade Center complex. And that's all right down the road. North Tower was one World Trade Center, South Tower was two World Trade Center, and you had smaller buildings 3 through 7 below. On any given day, we're talking 200,000 people coming and going in that complex. 50,000 in the towers alone, to gaze on these monoliths. The towers were finished in 1970 and 71 for the North and South Towers respectively. When they were first built, 110 stories, tallest things in the world. Tallest buildings in the world, they were huge. How many old New York movies or sitcoms have you watched where you see the money shot of the New York skyline, the sun setting between? Standard if you're filming here. So people came down here to gaze at these pop culture icons. To give you a rough idea, although it's tough to tell right now, this big tower right down here, which we'll talk about later, that's basically what it would look like. That would be the height. So if it was a day like today, you wouldn't be able to see the top teeth with all the smoke. Or the fog, I should rather say. So let's say you're standing right here, you look up, you see the first plane hit the North Tower, and you kind of freeze up. If you've ever watched a horror movie or an action movie where something's falling on someone and you're like, run, get out of the way, don't just stand there, you gotta... That's shock and paralysis. That's a legitimate thing people go through. Right up down the escalator.
Okay, let's go. Stay with your money.
Alrighty, so we are going down to this place. Oh, Shake Shack. There is Shake Shack. Shake Shack is one of the amazing burgers ever. So we're gonna be going down. We're going down, so we are gonna be going to see the buildings, and we have to go down. This place is a mall. At the same time, it has a building and it's a mall also.
Watch your step. We're going to head down here. Escalators are on the side over here if you'd prefer, but we're going to head right on down the stairs. And here you go.
Yes. Yes. All right, guys. So this is the look at this massive building here. Oh my. This is amazing. And it's a mall at the same time as the train station. It's a beautiful mall.
Alrighty, friends. Everyone come close because now I have no ceiling to bounce off the sound. Well, I do have a ceiling, but it's a little further up. That's not going to drive the troops. This building, in part, serves a much more critical function. We can probably already tell what that function is. Transportation. You are all currently standing in what is a part of New York City's third largest transportation hub. And we all enter through the Fulton Center. That connects. As you can see, it goes right underground. So when it's raining or chilly, I take us underground here. Fulton Center to the Oculus, all one big transportation hub. So your question was, is this the Fulton Center have all the terminals? You also have more subways down here too. And we don't just have subways, we have access to 12 subway lines. 12 subway lines that can spit you out to all 7 which don't exist, buildings of the World Trade Center and the museum. Across, you can see they rebuilt the PATH train that runs to my home state of New Jersey. Instead of taking a train to Midtown and then subway down, you can take the PATH train, $2.75 train ride, right from the Garden State. The old mall was designed for the everyday 9-to-5er. You spill coffee on your shirt, get a cheap button down, flowers for the secretary, quick sandwich. Nicest store at the old mall, Banana Republic. What do we have here? Kate Spade. Stores I can't pronounce, that's how you know they're fancy. 2 levels of an Apple store. It was Macintosh back then, now we have 2 levels of Apple. Because who's the clientele? That bougie or techie side. And tourism. New York will always be an expensive city.